Hey, what's going on, guys? It's Paeth here, bringing you guys a brand new video, and in today's video, we're going to be going over a tier list for team game modes. So in this video, we are going to go over the heroes, and these are for team game modes, not Battle Royale, and how the ranking is going to work. It's going to go SS, S, A, B, and then Trash. There are a couple heroes on this list that aren't in the game yet, so I'm just going to leave those at the bottom. If you guys haven't already, make sure you guys follow me on Twitch. I stream Thetan Arena just about every day, and without further ado, let's get right into the video. Alright guys, so we are going to start with Errant Ghost. I think Errant Ghost goes into the B category. I don't really think she's that good of a hero. She does have potential in the objective-based team game modes like Star and Tower because she can, use her charge in order to do a drive-by and get either the Star or the batteries. So that ability is really good, but I feel like the rest of her kit isn't that good. So next we have Eldragone. Eldragone I think goes in the S category because of her DPS speed. Her melees are extremely fast and her ring is just stupid broken. She can ring somebody in and they can't use any abilities to get out. So I think her kit is really, really good. And the fact that she has a lunge as well as really fast DPS just makes her incredibly broken. Next, we have Shanna. Shanna, I think, can be either SS or S. I think we're gonna put her in. We're gonna put her in S. Um, I think she is one of, if not arguably, the best marksman in the game next to Phoenix. But I think her ult is insanely strong. One thing that I really like about playing Shanna is that, if somebody decides to jump me, I can use my ult to, one shot them. For example, if a Rai tries to jump me while I'm in the back line, I could just use my ult to one shot him. And she could charge up her basic attack and do incredible damage. So Shanna is extremely strong. She could be an SS, I think, but for right now, we're just going to leave her an S. Serp, I think, belongs in B with Errant Ghost. I don't think Serp is that strong. His ult is pretty good, though, with the pull, but I just never really see Serp getting a lot of value. I think his basic attack is really weak. Um, yeah, he belongs in B tier. Mortal, I think, also goes in S tier. I think Mortal's insanely good. He's kind of a better Serp. He has a lunge with his basic attack, which makes him, extremely useful. His ult is insane. He could pull your entire team and then you're stunned on top of that. So you can combo that with a lot of cool spells. I've seen it comboed with, freeze where they pull you in and then they drop the freeze. So then you're stunned for like, I think it was like 8 seconds or something like that. Like you're stunned for a long time if you get pulled into a freeze, or you can get pulled into a time bomb. I've seen Mortal's ult comboed with a lot of things, which I think makes him really strong. Velvet is not in the game, so that's, like I said earlier, there are some heroes on this list that aren't in the game yet, so I can't really, list them. Conky definitely goes in SS tier. Conky is insanely strong. I I find this funny because when the game first came out, we kind of had mixed feelings on Kong until we started seeing him use to his full potential. He is insane. If you guys could pick up a Kong, go pick up a Kong. His ult, he has 2 jumps. He does a ton of damage. He's insane. Taquan, I think, also goes in S tier. He could maybe go in SS tier, but I think for right now we're gonna leave him in S tier. His ult is really good. His ult does insane damage, and just like Mortal, it has a big stun. He has a lunge with his basic attack. He's really, really strong. Duras, 100% an SS tier. I think Duras is arguably the best champ in the game. His ult is just crazy, does so much damage, lasts for so long, and on top of that, he has a speed buff with his ultimate. And then on top of that, he has poison with his basic attack. So not only does his basic attack do damage, but you also get poison on top of that. Dras is just stupid broken. Dras is 100% the best champ in the game, and he is extremely broken. And I do think that we're gonna see a big nerf out of Durash soon. So I just wanted to, put that in here. So use caution if you're gonna buy a Durash. Venka, I think, goes in B. Yeah, he could either go in B or A tier. I've seen Venka be kind of useful as a tank, but he's not very good. I think his shield, has potential to maybe put him in A tier, but I've never really run into a good Venka. I personally don't think Venka's a very good champ, so we're just gonna leave him in B tier. Breaker, I think, goes in either A or S tier. Breaker is arguably one of the best commons in the game and the best tank outside of Conky. Um, yeah, Breaker's just really, really strong with his ultimate, especially, with shield in the meta, which it is now. You could just meteor slam in, use your shield, and then Breaker ult, and you're actually invincible. So Breaker's arguably one of the best commons next to Mary, which is actually our next hero. Mary is going to go into. We'll put her in A tier. I think these two are by far the best two commons. Mary's ult is extremely well with, paired with either Black Hole. It could be paired with Meteor Slam. Basically, you could pair her ult with a lot of stuff, which I think makes her extremely strong. And one thing that I really like about Mary is that she has a range attack and a melee attack. So, if you need to clean up a kill that's far away, instead of like running in, you can just charge up a shot and then you can, shoot him from a distance. So that's one thing I really like about Mary. But, you could pair it with Black Hole. You Black Hole 3 people in, then you just ult on top of them and you do insane damage. Or, let's say I Meteor Slam somebody, they counter Meteor Slam me. I can counter their Meteor Slam with an ult. There's just a lot of mobility that comes with Mary, which I really like about her. Big Papa's going to go in B tier. Big Papa does do a lot of damage, but I just don't really, see him having extreme value. But he does do a lot of damage, and he's a decent marksman, but just not a lot of potential out of Big Papa. Cluster, I think, definitely also goes in A tier. Cluster is, these three are definitely the best commons. I think these two are just a little bit better than Cluster. Cluster is kind of like a nerfed down Shanna, but I think if you're looking for a common champ to buy, I think these three are definitely your bread and butter and the three you want to look out for. Cluster's ult is really good though because he has the roll when he ults, so you can use that to get in and out of situations, and then you do a ton of damage on top of that. Steel shot, I think, goes in the trash category. Um, I don't know. Some people I've talked to have mixed feelings on steel shot, but I personally don't see him having tremendous value like ever. I I believe he could shoot over walls, so I guess that's something he's got going for him. But I just I don't see steel shot ever having tremendous value on a team. Raiden also goes in the trash category. He's a very plain character. He doesn't really have a lot of, crazy abilities that can make for crazy plays in a team setting. I know in Battle Royale he's decent when you have pull, but we're talking about a team setting here, and Raiden just doesn't really have any use on a team, in my opinion. Miko, I think, goes in the B category. Miko's not really that good of a tank. I personally, these are all just my opinion, but I don't really think Miko's a very good tank. Alt, I think it just leaves a trail of fire, which I guess, maybe you could find use for down the road in a super coordinated team setting, but if you're just solo queuing or playing with, a couple friends that you don't play with every single day, do VOD reviews, scrim every single day, I don't really see Miko having tremendous value, and she doesn't really do crazy amounts of damage. Like, I'd much rather have a Kong or a Breaker on my team versus a Miko. Rye, I think, can either go in B or A tier. For right now, I'm gonna put him in B tier. I think we're gonna move him up to A tier because the reason why I kind of go back and forth is Rye, like I said with Cluster, is just kind of a nerfed down version of Taquan and Mortal. Um, Rye's ult is pretty good, but like I said, he doesn't really get a whole lot of value in a team. Um, you kind of have to play for yourself. You kind of need a team around you to deal damage. Then you just kind of go in with your ult and just clean everything up. But I have gotten destroyed by a couple of Ryze, so I think we'll leave him in A tier. Murad, I'm gonna put him in trash. People have tried to convince me that Murad's a good character. I still don't believe it. I still have not run into a single good Murad. The only thing he does have going for him is he does deal a lot of damage with his charged up shot, but his ultimate is just terrible. Like, you can't see for a couple seconds. Like, I don't know. I just think he's trash. Benjamin, we're gonna put in the B category, but he can go in the A category if you can hit your shots. Um, Benjamin, his ult is actually really good. Actually, yeah. All right, we're gonna move him to A. His ultimate's really good. It's just kind of like a meteor storm that it's like 3 shots that drop in a circle radius, and you also get slowed when you get hit by it, so it's hard to escape from it. And his shot has a chain, so if 2 people are standing next to each other and one person gets shot, the other person also takes damage because of that chain. So I've seen Benjamin, have really really good value in a team setting, especially in like team deathmatch. Um, but yeah, he's a solid champ. Oh, now we're getting into the fun ones. Bathos, right there, destroyed, right into the trash can. Kulean, right into the trash bin with you too. So these 3 are just trash, trash heroes. I wouldn't touch them with a 10-foot pole. Bathos is just a very bad marksman. Uh, That's really all I have to say about that. Destroyed is kind of similar to Steel Shot. He could shoot over walls. He shoots little bouncy balls. Trash in a team setting. Doesn't bring anything to the table. Kulean, if you guys saw my box opening video, Kulean is by far the worst champ in the game. If you have a Kulean and you play on my team, I'm leaving the game. That's really all I have to say about Kulean. Phoenix. Phoenix definitely goes in the SS tier. Phoenix is probably the best marksman in the game. She deals tremendous damage. Her ult is incredible. Her ult does. I don't remember right off the top of my head the exact amount of damage that her ult does, but it does an insane amount of damage and also heals your team in uh the same shots. So her ult, throws 3 waves that do damage, and if your teammates are standing in that, your teammates get healed. So not only does it do damage, but it also supports your team at the same time. And then if you die within your ult, you get rezzed, which you can also, use to your advantage. Let's say you're holding the battery, you have 3 seconds left, and you ult and die. You're invincible while you're getting res, so they cannot take the battery from you as you're being res. And I said this in my last video, which was maybe a week and a half ago, and still to this day when I play Phoenix, while I'm getting res, people still go in and try and kill me. I guess people still haven't figured out how Phoenix works. So I still use me being rezzed with Phoenix as a bait. So I think she belongs to be an SS tier. So last but not least, we have Lucy. So I think Lucy can either fit in S or SS tier. She's kind of a tanky support character. I think she has tremendous value in team settings. With her heal, she can also tank a ton of damage, and she does a good amount of damage as well. So I think we're gonna leave her in the S tier for now. So I hope you guys enjoyed this video. Please leave a like if you guys did. So before we end the video, I kind of want to go over what I would like for a perfect team comp in a team setting. So not only will you guys know which characters are the best, but how to make a good team comp. So I think so for now I'm just gonna move all these down to S, and then I'm gonna put the team comp in SS. So I think a perfect team comp for team game modes would be a Conky, a Phoenix, a Duras, and another one of these two. So you either have double Duras, a Conky, and a Phoenix, or a Duras, double Conky, and a Phoenix, or um, double Conky, like I just said, a double Conky, a Duras, and a Shanna, or a double Duras, Conky, and a Shanna. Or you could do Mortal, Shanna, Duras, Conky, and then, the Shanna and Phoenix kind of intertwine because I think, they both have tremendous value on a team. So you could interchange these two and you can interchange Mortal and Taquan. So you could have, Taquan, Phoenix, Duras, Conky, but these two champs you need in your team comp if you want to be successful at a high elo. These two are by far the most broken champs in the game. But then, like I said, it's these two that you can interchange because they're extremely powerful, or these two you could interchange as well. Or if, you're balling on a smaller budget, you could throw in an Eldragon instead of a Taquan or a Mortal. So that's kind of like how I would build a perfect team comp in this current meta. But like I said, guys, if you guys did enjoy the video, please leave a like, comment, subscribe, and if you haven't already, make sure you guys please go check out my Twitch. I stream just about every day, and that's a great place to come and ask me questions. I hope you guys enjoyed, and I'll see you guys next time. Peace.